Live Jesus. Diary of Saint Francis de Sales. When we suffer any kind of affliction, no matter how small, we react in a completely different way than how the Divine Master teaches us. We do not cease to lament and grieve, recounting the details of our woes to everyone, even if they are insignificant, while in considering the suffering of others as nothing in comparison to our own. Thus, we achieve is impatience and annoyance. In a word, it is a pity how little we emulate the patience of Jesus Christ, who did not regard his own sufferings or make them known to men, but was content for only his heavenly Father to know them. Family Sermons. On May 21st, 1605, the Blessed Baronesa de Chantal, at that time a widow and still in the world, motivated by the desire for perfection, made her way to the Duchy of Burgundy in Savoy to make a general confession and place her soul entirely under the guidance of Saint Francis de Sales. He received her at the castle of Sales, along with his esteemed mother, and attended to her for 4 or 5 days, providing her various exercises of piety, which he later sent to her in writing in his own hand. God be blessed forever. Reflection of Saint Francis' writings. Saint Francis de Sales, a revered spiritual leader and doctor of the Church, invites us to embrace a deeper understanding of our relationship with God and the spiritual life. His teachings emphasize the importance of patience, humility, and the practice of love, guiding us on a path toward holiness amidst the trials of everyday life. One of the central themes of his message is the significance of accepting our suffering with grace and composure. He encourages individuals to mimic the patience of Christ, who bore immense suffering without complaint. Instead of focusing on our own pains and lamentations, Saint Francis urges us to cultivate an attitude of gratitude and trust in divine providence. By trusting in God's plan and recognizing that our sufferings can lead to personal growth and greater intimacy with God, we can transform our trials into opportunities for spiritual advancement. In addition to patience, Saint Francis places great importance on humility. He teaches that recognizing our lamentations and perfections is essential to spiritual progress. He reminds us that we are all in constant need of God's mercy, and that true humility leads to a profound sense of peace and freedom. By embracing our weaknesses, we open ourselves to God's grace, allowing Him to work within us and lead us toward our true selves. Another vital aspect of his teachings is the practice of love, both for God and for others. St. Francis de Sales insists that love is the highest calling of the Christian life. He encourages us to express our love through acts of kindness, compassion, and service, highlighting that love is not merely an emotion, but an active choice. By loving others selflessly, we reflect God's love in the world and grow in our relationship with Him. Furthermore, he emphasizes the importance of spiritual direction and community in our journey toward holiness. He believes that seeking guidance from wise and experienced spiritual mentors like himself helps individuals discern their spiritual paths more clearly. Community and fellowship among believers are integral to our spiritual lives, providing support and encouragement along the way. In essence, St. Francis de Sales invites us to live a life grounded in love, patience, and humility. His teachings encourage us to view our sufferings in light of God's infinite love and wisdom, to approach our faults with humility, and to embody the love of Christ in our interactions with others. By doing so, we embark on a fulfilling journey towards spiritual fulfillment and holiness, ultimately drawing closer to God. God be blessed forever.